Please don't. Here we go!
He's still not flying.
He will.
Still not.
It'll happen.
Hello, my name is Sri, this is Moviedudeinc, and
we just came back from seeing
Hotel
Transylvania 2.
The sequel to the first movie.
Which, to be fair, the first one was at least decent. So, Hotel Transylvania 2,
is it good or is it bad?
Well, let's talk about it. The sequel now follows Mavis, voiced by Selena Gomez, and Jonathan, the two characters from the first film, getting married and now having a child, a son named Dennis. Dracula, voiced by Adam Sandler, is happier than ever. However, he's concerned that Dennis, he's basically concerned if Dennis is going to be a vampire or not, even though he's only half human, half vampire. The hotel that was once only for monsters is now allowing humans into the hotel. Dracula wants to have Dennis be a vampire just like him. However, Mavis wants to find a safe place for Dennis in Florida. Dracula won't stand for this, and Jonathan is, well, he's 50-50 on the matter. So essentially what we have here is a sort of confusion-ish, basically Mavis wants Dennis to have a bright future, and Dracula basically wants Dennis, his grandson, to basically be a vampire just like him. Okay, first of all, let's get the positives out of the way. There were some added character development between Mavis and her dad, Dracula, which are handled nicely, but unfortunately they fall into the, later on in the third act, they fall into the liar revealed storyline, which, okay, I will admit I'm not a fan of that cliche either, but, but those scenes are at least nice. The connection between Jonathan and Mavis are really strong in that regard, and there were, I don't know.
Dennis was just such a cute little boy. I liked him.
I thought he was annoying.
Knock it off. Dennis was cute.
Why? Why can't I say he's annoying?
Because he's a cute little boy.
He's cute, but he's annoying. His voice is annoying. His
kid has to be annoying.
Is annoying.
The kid has to be annoying to torture the parents. He's annoying. He's supposed to be annoying. He's a cute little, cuddly little vampire kid now.
Dude, do you realize what you're saying right now?
He's a cute little cuddly little boy. He's a cute little baby boy. But he's so cute and adorable. I like him. I like kids.
Yeah, but he does have an annoying voice, even for a 5-year-old. By the way, he's 5.
But he's so cute. But he's... Dude, I don't care if they're 5 or if they're 10, it's fine, but whatever. If they're 5, they're cute. When they get a little bit older, they get annoying, and they're older, but he's a kid. He's supposed to be annoying.
Yeah. I mean, the character Dracula is more, basically evolved in character over the last movie, which is
just
fine.
A kid.
But unfortunately, that also presents a little bit of an issue because he ends up coming across as a jerk throughout most of the movie, because essentially what he wants is his grandson Dennis to be a vampire like him, and yet Mavis wants him to just have a normal life, even though he is technically half human, half vampire. And, which is okay, but why is it so... They never explain why it's so essential for Dennis to be a vampire. They never really explain it, and we're not going to get to... What is this whole...
They did.
No, they didn't. All Dracula kept saying was that he wants Dennis to be a vampire like him. He's showing him the ropes of how to be, basically a vampire. So what does it mean? Like, why?
Maybe the reason why. I think the reason why he wants to be a vampire. So I think, remember when Mavis said, if he's not a monster, so he cannot be fitted to other people. That's why they wanted to move. So he's not a monster, so that's why they wanted to move. Get it?
Yeah, I mean, he's not a monster, but then again, Mavis wants to move, and so it's like, okay, that's fine, but then...
But there's a twist in the movie, so you'll see. for yourself.
The third act is half predictable, half a little confusing.
And a little more action to it too. Some part.
Yeah, there's some parts that are a bit more action.
And I like the couple of jokes they pull out. It's pretty cool.
Some of the jokes were okay, but it just isn't as funny. Like
I laughed during the movie. I don't know why I didn't laugh.
I laughed probably once or twice.
I laughed a lot because because I'm a big fan of it. So I laughed pretty hard.
A lot of the jokes just fell flat. A lot of there's this one joke that I remember. There's like this joke involved. It's kind of like Sesame Street, where Dennis is watching like this like monster TV show, and it's ironic because he lives with monsters. Why does he need a monster TV show? But anyway, it's kind of like Sesame Street.
But kind of weirder.
It's really weird. Like this one monster's like, "I love cake," you know, and then it's like, he's like, "I love cake," you know. I'm sorry, that was a long take. Let me do that again.
Take two.
Thank you. So basically, the monster who's like purple, he's like, "I love cake. I think everyone should share cake." And then there's this,
that's like, a weird voice right there, man.
And then there's like this Snuffleupagus
so annoying
kind of character that shows up, eats the cake, and
I'm so annoying.
I guess it's just weird. And that's another problem. There are so many. It's like Family Guy where they keep cutting to different things. So like, they'll say a sentence like, let's say, we have a tennis court or something, and then it cuts to a scene involving the werewolf, you know, teaching, you know, tennis or something. It's just weird. It's like it doesn't go anywhere. They're just little segments that don't add anything. They don't mean anything. They could have been taken out entirely, and the message of the movie would have been the same. So what was the point in adding them? I dare ask this right now. So what we have here is essentially intercut random things that don't mean anything, humor that just isn't that great. Oh, and did I mention that this movie will be automatically dated in 10 years? What? Did I mention that there are all kinds of like modern stuff thrown into this? Yeah, I'm not even joking. Facebook, any type of social media,
yeah.
they use that as a plot device. A plot device.
But cool.
Cell phones and Facebook and oh my God! What is the point of it? They didn't do this in the first movie. You know, maybe the first film would be more timeless than the second because the first film had no such references. Which good. I mean, yeah, there's a camera, but whatever. I mean, yeah, there's a camera phone, but other than that, you know.
The reason why he gave a phone to everybody.
Oh yeah, I know because Jonathan thinks that, you know, social media helps him bring the market in or something.
It's true. It's true mostly.
True, but what's the significance of it?
To make the hotel more better for
tourism. The first one was that we saw it because because the atmosphere, you know, is pretty good. The fast-paced animation actually works, and
it was always about Mavis and Dracula after they.
I mean, it matched. It matched. It had its own uniqueness to it.
Selena Gomez is a pretty good actor, and Mavis not bad. You did.
Oh yeah, there's new characters. I forgot to mention outside of Dennis. Excuse me. Thinking of someone else. Outside of Dennis, we also have Dracula's dad, Count Vlad, played by Mel Brooks. He is essentially what Dracula was in the first film. You know, Dracula. I mean, you guys know.
Dark.
Dark, edgy, you know, Dracula. Of course. And as much as I love Mel Brooks, he doesn't really have much to do here. I mean, he does say some good lines, and he does, you know, some cool
magic stuff,
vampire stuff. But other than that, he contributes very little.
But Selena Gomez did pretty good. She was pretty good in this movie.
The animation is still pretty good. You know, it still keeps the fast-paced style of the first film, so that's okay.
I like the dance.
The fast-paced style is. Again, decent for the movie that it is. You know, a kid horror film. Dancing was fine. But you know, it's this weird. Some things aren't exactly resolved. Some things aren't, and I'm not gonna say where they are, but let's just say there's some character developments that aren't really resolved. Like with Vlad and, you know, Dracula. I mean, what is their relationship? Why does Dracula hate his dad so much? I mean, that part's never explained. I just kind of felt there were some things unexplored, and
yeah,
remember
the camp or the thing that he burned the houses? It was hilarious.
Oh, I couldn't stand that camp. I just couldn't stand that.
That was hilarious.
Versus like vampire camp thing, like, and then the counselor was like, "Hi, I'm the camp leader. You must be Dracula. Okay, so we have this wonderful game of catch the mouse that these kids use as a way of understanding how to catch a rat. We do this now so that we do this thing where we just let them take it instead of it coming to them because of the fact that insurance needs to have these children safe. And you committed a crime, and I'm going to report this to the authorities. You put your child on a high, tall, dangerous tower, and I'm going to report to the authorities. I cannot let this go." You get the idea. He's annoying.
But I like the
he doesn't say all that, but I'm just saying he has this weird personality. I just couldn't stand it. It was just really weird.
Remember the houses? He got
oh yeah, you mean Frankenstein? Like they fall off the
yeah.
They fall off the tower, and then everything's on fire.
He said when he said stop driving, bro.
Stop driving, bro.
Instead of doing that, he just like runs away crazy.
He keeps running and burns the place down. I will admit that was kind of funny, but and actually there were a few jokes that were funny, but not very many. And even if a lot of it I just did not find funny. There's one part of this character named Blobby. He keeps getting hit by a branch. That was amusing, right? And then he falls off a cliff.
Blobby.
And then he rides a slow scooter.
It was like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, 2 miles.
Probably like 2 or 1.
1 mile an hour. If it was 1 mile an hour, you'd be going like.
I went 2. Sorry.
No, it's like he inflated him and it was like.
I think that's where. I think that's how. That's where Blobby was created to come right in the location.
Right. Also, there are Jonathan's parents, who they're okay. I guess.
never met him in the first movie, actually.
We didn't see them in the first movie.
Or they never talked about him after they.
No, Jonathan in this one mentioned that, you know, there's some nice parents there or whatever.
Oh,
and,
okay.
You know, and you know, there's that. I mean. There's the opening sequence involving the wedding and...
That's cool.
You know, they kind of just rushed through it. It's like, everyone's getting ready for a wedding. Oh, Dracula and Mavis are dancing on the ceiling. Okay, next scene. Alright, years later, we're gonna have a child. Okay, rush through that. Oh, they have a child, it's a boy. Okay, 1 year later. That's what it feels like. It feels like they want to just breeze through it as much as possible. And Mavis and Jonathan are in Florida. They go to this place that kind of looks like a Quickie Mart.
Yeah.
And
squishy.
And Mavis tries on these slushies that have like 40 something flavors, and she is so excited that she wants to try all of them. And Jonathan's not exactly sure about staying there all the time. And she's like, "Oh, this place opens on all night, right, sir?" And then there's a sign.
Yes.
There's a sign that just says "Open all night." Like she couldn't read that. No, I mean it's like duh. We knew it was just coming out of nowhere. Oh, and then she's like smiling at the security camera. We have our own TV show. Woo! This movie had 4 years time, and yet this is what you give us.
And it was like kind of
could have been better, guys. Could have been better.
It feels like it was rushed or something.